welcome to the first episode of this channel. First recording. We're trying something new here. Been a Yankee fan my whole life, baseball fan primarily, but that's the team I've been following since I've been around. I'm in my 50s, so I've been around a long time. My favorite team. I have other interests too, but baseball's always been number one. That being said, I'll give my ideas on things. We'll do things differently than everybody else. Everybody else is doing their thing. Me, I'm going to talk about stuff that people don't talk about. Probably not going to be a real long one because I'm not as prepared as I should be. But at the same time, I think we're going to do all right. First of all, let me see if I can give you the lowdown on what's going on. We got the Yankees coming up. Of course, they've got Carlos Rodon starting tonight at 9:40. Of course, we're on the West Coast. They're in the Pacific Coast League stadiums. One of them, Sacramento, and I can expect a lot of home runs. Just because it's that kind of a place. Really, the ball flies out of that place. So we'll see. I don't know, like, how bad it's going to be. I mean, they come off that whole thing in Kansas City where they kicked ass and took names. So there's that. But if you look at the stats overall, yes, Wells is kind of a pain in the rump, as they say, because he's so good defensively. The pitchers love pitching to him. And he's got, like, a really good pedigree. His stuff plays well. The only problem is he's not hitting enough to justify the kind of at-bats that one with his defense should get. Now, when he first came into the league, he was hitting 230 to 250-ish. I think that's where you want him to be, with the power. He is taking more walks, though. That's a good sign that he's just not going to go up and swing at everything. So there's that. And if anything, the Yankees need to take the same approach they took with Caballero and the Anthony Volpe situation. The Anthony Volpe situation turned out that they were protecting for so long, and I think they got to a point we've got to push this guy. He's come in thinking, I'm a lock for the starting shortstop. He gets himself hurt. Perfect opportunity to put Jazz Chisholm in there. They played so well with him as shortstop. And if you look at Chisholm, we could bring up the fact that he is... What? He's a negative on defense? Oh, that Jazz Chisholm. I'm looking at the wrong freaking guy. Caballero, that's who we wanted. That makes more sense. Because Jazz Chisholm has not been very good defensively. He's had his moments. But yeah, you see 0.8. 0.8 on the defensive war side. He's always been over defensive. 0.0 is average across the board. But you look and he will still... Well, at one time he was leading the league in shortstop for putouts and stuff. Whoops. I wish they wouldn't have that crap. But yeah, he's right here. 125 assists. Of course, he missed 10 games, so he was leading at the time that he went on the DL. But since he went on the DL, you had... Whoa, we screwed up on that one. We had... Yeah, it's my first time on the internet now. We had Anthony Volpe come back, and he came back with somewhat of a vengeance a little bit because he walked a lot more. He looked like he changed his batting stance. It looked a lot more legit. So I'm pretty impressed with him thus far, and I think if he gets in a prolonged slump again, I think he should be pulled from the shortstop job just for a short period of time. It doesn't have to be all the time, but he should be pulled. If he's not going to perform, the Yankees shouldn't put up with mediocre play. Now, that's on both sides of the ball. He's a pretty good defensive shortstop. Sometimes some of the things he does is kind of makes you, shake your head a bit, but he needs to hit better. He needs to be that 240 guy or 250 guy with the same kind of walks he's doing now. If he can do that, then his on base will be in the 350s or so, and it'll look like a hell of a lot better type ball player. But as I was saying earlier, we have Rodon is on the mound tonight. Now Rodon, he's had a pretty rough start. Still striking out, but still walks. He's having a hard time finding his way, but once he does, he'll come around because these walks, they'll come back down to normal territory, which is 3.5, 3.5 or so per nine. Right now he's a lot more than that, double. And oh shit, he screwed up again. All right, anyway. We got tomorrow is Weathers and Warren. So Weathers another lefty. Warren is the only day game that the Athletics have, and that is on Sunday. So I'm going to look forward to it. I'll see one of these games. I don't watch a lot of them anymore because they're so damn late. But anytime I can catch one, I will catch one. I have the package where I can watch all that stuff. Anyway, let's look at the news. Yankees' entire lineup set to impress financial firm. I don't know what the hell. Oh, they're talking about. I think the recent Kansas City ass whooping they did. But anyway, we are looking at the standings. Let's get the full standings from what MLB has. Later. So Yankees are in second place, 1.5 back of Tampa. And of course they shellacked the Royals, which I kind of felt bad for the Royals. Well, not really. I felt bad that they faced the Yankees when they did. Let's put it that way. But yes, we are talking about the upcoming game. We're also talking about something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is Hall of Fame. Whoops. I frickin'. How the hell do you spell Thurman? Oh, there we go. Thurman Munson. Now, the criteria for getting in the Hall of Fame is 10 years. This guy played exactly 10. Maybe he didn't have 10 years of, service time, but he had 10 years of playing. And his stats, you look at anybody else in the league, if he had played another 3 or 4 more years, he'd be over 50 for WAR. He definitely belongs in the Hall of Fame. His defense is about as good as it gets back in that time. So there you go. A little short craziness. We might have a lockout probably over next year, over the off seasons, looking like it. Anyway, my baseball card of the day. I don't know if you guys remember this dude, but this is a Donruss 91 Kevin Moss. That's when he was filled in for the injured Don Mattingly. There we go. I think that is the baseball card of the day. So each time one of these videos we do, we'll have a baseball card. I've got over 10,000, so I could do these for until the millennia practically. But anyway, that's our first rundown video. Anyway, there'll probably be a little more focused and everything else the next time, but I really wanted to get an upload for our first video on this YouTube channel. I will actually add socials and stuff at some point if it takes off. I will definitely do that. Until then, I'm not really going to put anything effort into it. I want this to grow organically. So if I kind of look like I'm not prepared, it's because I wanted to get a video out and I didn't care how long it was. I just wanted to get something out. It'll be better, more precise the next time, I promise. With that being said, subscribe and like, and we will catch you next time.
The Yankees win! The Yankees win! The Yankees win! The Yankees win!